and welcome back to WolfQuest Anniversary Edition, Gnat's Journey, with Gnat, Stickbug, and the rest of the pack. In the last episode, we finished off the Loaf at the Rendezvous quest, and we are now in the Growing Pups quest. As you can see, all of the pups are a little bit bigger than they were previously. Let's see, where did we leave off? Our territory's fine, our food could use a little bit of, working on, but it looks like maybe the first thing and the best thing to do would be to sleep. So, first of all, I'm gonna try to send the pups back into the grass. I don't know why they're so scattered, but, come on, Silverfish. Back in the grass. Like they're not gonna leave the grass the second we wake up, but what can you do? Okay, a little bit of rest for Gnat. Dream time! It's those bighorn sheep that hopefully we're getting eventually. I know the team are hard at work on the multiplayer saga, so might be a while, but I have faith. Okay. Everyone is hungry, and Gnat has no food to give them. But it looks like Stickbug does. Stickbug, do you want to feed them a little bit before we head out? Yes, okay, good. Looking around, keeping an eye out for any predators while the pups eat what little food we have for them. And who do we want to bring with us? Looks like Moth could definitely stand to come with us, but honestly all of our pups are pretty hungry. All of our yearlings, that is. I'm gonna keep making that mistake for the end till the end of time. I mean, they are still our pups. They're just a little bit older than our pups of the year. Silverfish, where are you going? Oh, okay. She's caught a toad or something. Alright. Weevil and Lacewing looks like they're staying behind to watch the pups, and we are going to go track down the honeysuckle herd. Maybe mark some territory along the way. Territory's not too bad. Okay, so we are coming up on the honeysuckle herd, hopefully, but we are in this 40% hex here, so I'd like to both reinforce this hex, as well as get us some more stamina with a rally, so let's get started on that. Okay. Let's see. This herd is somewhere around here. I hope it's not too much farther west, because we are starting to get toward the, I think, Geode territory. No, Cottonwood Creek. Ooh, worse. Yeesh, it does kind of look like we're gonna maybe head into their territory, which isn't... I'm not feeling great about that. Gnat definitely has a harder time fending off rival wolf attacks than Arctos, for example. And we don't have our entire pack here. I guess we could catch this fawn. Oh my gosh, she's so much slower too. This is, I just recorded Arctos's, an episode for Arctos essentially, so coming back into it with Gnat, with her -2 speed and -2 stamina and -2 everything is just like, oh right! Ultra Ironwolf is a different experience than playing WolfQuest regularly. Oh well, we will catch up eventually, I'm sure. Yeah, we are officially in the Cottonwood Creek pack territory though, so we are at risk of an attack at any point. And oh my gosh, it's taking all of her stamina just to catch up. That's... yikes. Hopefully our yearlings and Stickbug can help us with this. We've finally kind of cornered them, so our stamina can kind of regen. Interesting that the mother is going after the one who isn't biting her baby. That's a choice. Okay, so taking that one down, I'm just going to kind of sit here and oh, I did forget. Gnat is quite hungry, but the yearlings are definitely going to devour this, or Moth and Stickbug are. So we're gonna have to find something else. And we have lost the scent of the elk herd. That's a completely different elk herd, so that makes me think that we probably passed by them already. So I'm gonna try heading back the way we came and see if we can't pick up that scent again. We need to go mark this hex anyway. There's a bull elk herd. That's not quite what we're looking for. We might be able to... That's not something I think I want to risk. I'm not really sure that Gnat can take on a bull elk, especially with just yearlings and Stickbug. So hopefully we'll find something else. This is a weird place to have left a scent post, but okay. We were following the scent of an elk herd. I think we probably just passed it as we were chasing that mule deer fawn. Which I knew was a risk, but I figured we'd be able to pick it up fairly quickly. We'll see if that's actually the case or if we've kind of gotten ourselves into some trouble here. Oh, well there's a moose and her calf. Ooh, we're pretty late into the season, so the moose calf is actually quite a bit sturdier than they usually are. Which, I don't want anybody to get kicked by the moose. That's just bad news, bears. Yeah, this moose calf is not weak at all. Though, given how the mother is not being great at defending it, we might be able to pull something off. Oh my goodness. We get trampled. She's not even attacking me, I'm just regular trampling. Thankfully the moose calf is still running, which is kind of giving us a chance to bite without getting immediately kicked by the mother. But how are our... Cricket, who's been doing most of the biting, is getting a little bit low on health, and I don't love that. Ooh. Okay. Gnat doesn't have much health to begin with, and I think Cricket... Okay, he didn't get kicked that time. That's good, at least. I feel like this moose calf isn't even going to give us very much food. But we've kind of, like, half-hunted it now, so... Oh my gosh. I don't have any interesting commentary for it right now. I'm just trying to, like, not get kicked by the mother. Which... Moth just did, but only took, like, 2% of her health. I don't understand how kind of, like, the health drain on your pack mates works while they get kicked by ungulates and predators and stuff. Like, wolf fights seem to pretty quickly take their health down, but then hunting a moose or an elk or anything doesn't do as much damage to them. It's like they take more damage biting than being kicked, which is not very intuitive. Kind of hoping I can be something of a distraction. I don't know why I'm having trouble biting the calf. Stickbug is not really the boldest wolf, which I think we've figured out multiple times over the course of the playthrough. He's kind of hesitant to go in and bite, which is leaving kind of Cricket to do a lot of the work, unfortunately. And then Gnat, of course, doesn't have much health at all, which makes it so that if she participates in the hunt, she ends up disproportionately damaged as compared to the rest of her packmates, who have more normal stats. Like, we have not gotten kicked once, and yet, please somebody finish this off. It's got, like, a sliver of HP, please. You can do it, Moth. No? Okay. Yeah, we are down to 61% health. Didn't get kicked at all, just, that's just from biting the calf. Okay, we do need to eat. We can't let our packmates have the entire thing this time. Beetle and Silverfish are also getting quite hungry, so we really need to rush back after this. Stickbug, why are you looking at that moose like we're going to hunt an adult cow moose this time of year? We're absolutely not going to do that. Are they both full? Okay, they are both full. I'm gonna mark the carcass just in case we have time to come back, but I doubt that there will be anything left. Then we're gonna just take our moose morsel and go back to the rendezvous site. At least we managed to get the territory remarked. I feel good about that. I don't feel great about how much health Gnat lost. Okay, we are back with very little time to spare. Beetle is down to 48% hunger. Hopefully we'll have enough to, like, actually feed him. I mean, I know we have enough to feed him, but I would like everybody to get as close to full hunger as possible, and hopefully we can manage that. Hi, Beetle. You gotta eat some food, bud. Hi, Lacewing. We will take you and Weevil out next thing, because I definitely want to make sure that you two get to eat as well. Scarab and Cricket both have kind of like a very orangey brown coat, and I wonder where that came from, because Gnat certainly doesn't have that and Stickbug certainly doesn't have that. I think I've remarked on this before, but now we've got two weirdly orange pups. Hi, bud. Oh, that's cute. Okay, they are all just about fully fed, so I think we can get some rest. And I don't know, I mean, I'm inclined to let Nat rest for the entire time, but I don't like kind of sleeping all the way through when we are on accurate, which is the only difficulty I play on, but I find that when you do an entire kind of like sleep cycle and you're on accurate, your pup's hunger can get quite low, and that once it drops below like 60%, you have to hunt really quickly to get back in time to stop them from taking damage from hunger. I do see those coyotes in the distance. Junebug, why are you going toward them? Yeah, so sometimes I'll wake my wolf up part way through sleeping just to make sure that we actually have time to go out and hunt and bring something back before the pups start taking starvation damage. Now, I don't know why Junebug decided that she needed to go out and greet some coyotes, but thankfully we were able to chase them off with very little difficulty. Stickbug still has food for the pups. Hi, Beetle. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Okay, we are gonna go out and hunt again, so I might as well give them all the food that I can. Which, yeah, that was it. And then... yeah. Our territory all around is pretty okay still, so I don't feel the need to go in any particular direction. But we're not really getting a scent of any elk herds either, so I guess I'm more inclined to go up towards Cottonwood Creek. Also, I was thinking maybe that Nat would want to move away from Cottonwood Creek toward this side of the map, but that is a really far away rendezvous site. I'm not sure that she would really want to move, like, kind of from the center of this territory that she knows well into this unknown territory just to get away from them. It's been a while since they've caused us any real trouble, so I do think that she's going to be more cautious and kind of stay put, rather than taking that chance and trying to go out and get that territory that used to belong to Coyote Creek. I think we're probably just going to stay here. Okay, it does look like the pups are relatively well fed. We might actually be able to get a little bit more sleep, which I think would be a good call looking at Nat's wakefulness meter. Lacewing and Weevil aren't so low on food that they're going to start starving, so a little bit more sleep can't hurt. Okay. Okay, I think we're going to wake her up there, send the pups in, and I would like to take Weevil and Lacewing with us. Moth, you don't necessarily need to come along right now, hun. Who are you play bowing at? Okay, come on, Lacewing. Please come with us. Alright, I guess she really doesn't want to come along. Sorry, Junebug, we gotta go and hunt. Hopefully we'll be able to bring back a meat chunk or something for her, because she's quite low on food. I guess she just... I mean, I wonder why she doesn't want to come along and hunt. I mean, maybe there's some kind of reason story-wise that we could come up with as to why she'd be so reluctant to come out hunting, even though she's quite low on food, because last episode it seemed like everybody was pretty willing to come along with us, and then this episode... yeah, Lacewing just doesn't seem like she wants to come hunting at all, even when she's pretty hungry, so... I wonder what could have happened between then and now that would have caused her to, be less eager about hunting. Okay, looks like we're coming up on the herd now, as evidenced by the little, calf scent spores that we can pick up this time. There they are right there. I do wonder if the scent post is close enough that we can kind of just easily go over and mark it. I don't see it, so probably not. Okay, then we're just gonna howl and rally instead. Okay, if we can drive the herd closer to our rendezvous site, that would be great. We do, of course, want to stay away from these bison, and, oh, wow. Somebody already got them running? Is that a wolf chasing them? Yes, one of the Cottonwood Creek dispersals. Well, we are not going to stand for him hunting our elk. Of course, it's going to take us a while to catch up with him, so... Hey, get back here! That is so slow. I feel like we're falling, like, actively behind the herd. Oh, there's that wolf. Hey, get out of here. Okay. I'm just going to uncreatively call him Cotton. Thankfully, it doesn't look like he's going to give us too much trouble. We are just going to go after the herd, see if we can't chase them closer to the rendezvous site, and if maybe one of them trips on the way and we can kind of catch a cow elk. I mean, that would be fantastic. That's the dream. But it's maybe not super likely. Stickbug is acting like he's going to go after one of them and then not doing so. Okay, let's keep our distance from the bison. Nope, don't come after us. I don't want to fight you. And they've kind of veered off where we want them to go. We want them to go east, and they're kind of going south. So, let's see if we can't get around and get them to turn. Looks like we have. That's good. Stickbug, I'm not sure that committing to that choice is the right, I'm still hoping one of them's gonna fall, but... Okay, she's catching up with her calf. Weevil's going after her. I just feel like she's gonna be too high on health this time of year for this to be kind of worth, pursuing, but I guess we can go at least bite her so we can see if she loses any more health. If I can actually successfully bite anything. Okay. We can make this work. Of course, it's preferable if she trips, but in the chance that that doesn't happen, I think if we get her to run... Oh my goodness, I didn't realize we'd run right back into the center of the herd. I think if we get her to run long enough and kind of lose some more stamina, we'll be okay. Stickbug doesn't seem keen on waiting, which is fair. Our pups aren't starving. I can't imagine that Lacewing's feeling very good right about now, but it was her choice not to come with us, so... It's interesting that he's suddenly doing so much biting when he wasn't, when we were hunting the moose. Maybe he's just, like, extra scared of the moose mother. Or maybe he saw that we had a difficult time with that hunt and he decided he needed to kind of step it up with this hunt. Not super clear. Either way, he's stepping it up a little too much. Stickbug, we don't want you to, like, actually get killed hunting this elk. That's not going to help us. I think she's starting to run low on stamina, but I don't really like that Stickbug is kind of suddenly so bold that he's getting pretty low on health. Okay. We pulled it off. Let's howl and mark this carcass. Everybody should be able to eat from this. We've got... In fact, I think I'm going to call the other two over just because we are so close to the rendezvous site that them coming over isn't going to really have a huge impact on our affinity. Poor Stickbug. He's like, I'm so tired. I'm just going to lay down right here. He is down to 34% health. It's really lucky that he didn't get any injury, honestly. And even after kind of calling both Cricket and Lacewing, she's still the last one to head over to get some food, so it is kind of cute that the packmates kind of go up and greet each other when when one of them comes over after a hunt. I don't know that I've seen that before. I wonder if that's a new behavior or if I've just never kind of observed it. Okay, well, I'm going to take a chunk of food back to the rendezvous site. Everybody else is full, and we can go. Hello, babies! Food! Food for you all! Our beautiful lanky children. Poor Stickbug. He really got beat up. For once, Gnat is not the one with the lowest HP. Oh, and he's being such a good dad, feeding all the babies. I mean, it looks like there's so much food that we don't quite know what to do with it, so that's an unusual situation this time of year. I'm sure the yearlings will be able to finish that up. Or will they? No, they won't. Okay. Maybe Stickbug will come over and get some of the rest of it? Yes? Yes? No? Okay. Alright, I'll have Gnat eat it then. And even she can't finish it. Wow, that is a lot of food to have this time of year. It really just goes to show that if you can manage to take down a cow elk, you're kind of set for a couple of days. Silverfish and Junebug just kind of like creeping away from the rendezvous site. It's almost like they're like, I bet I can go further from the rendezvous site than you, and inching along. Silverfish comes back, and Junebug. Hey, Junebug? I know, your sister caught a toad and you're jealous, but can we go back to the... I can't pick you up anymore, so you kind of have to come back willingly. Alright, there we go. Let's get some rest. Practically the whole pack's together, with Cricket over there, just hanging out on his own. Why do I feel like we're gonna have some trouble? Oh, because we're having some trouble. Okay. I'm kind of trying, again, to keep them away from the pups, because that one seems like, keen on going after the pups. No, you don't. Absolutely not. Okay, okay, okay. We're still okay. Some of them are a lot more fearful than others. Oh my gosh. Silverfish, no! This coward going after little puppies. Come on, man. Get out of here. Alright, isn't he the leader? Silverfish. Silverfish, you need to get back in the grass. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, she's just really spooked. She just is getting startled out of the grass by the smallest thing. Please, get out of here. Silverfish. Silverfish. I know the grass doesn't seem like the safest place to be right now, but trust me, it is safer than the jaws of a rival wolf. Oh my goodness. Silverfish! Ow. Okay, I think we've scared them off. I don't know, this one's just kind of standing there. Okay, they've given up their attack. Honestly, it took until they got quite injured. I want to really quickly jot down, so we have 1800M, 1601M, 1805F. 1601M is very dark in coloration. I think I'm going to call him Oak. And then it looks like these three are all yearlings, so 1805F, I'm going to call her Sprout. 1800, how about Ash for him? And then are any of the other wolves still unnamed? 1000F over there. Oh, is the pack leader. So Birch actually isn't the pack leader. Interesting. 1000F is. So Ah. I'm gonna call her Walnut because I know that there's a type of walnut wood that's pretty dark in coloration, I think. So, is that everyone that came to attack us? Nope, 1604F as well, who has also got a black coat there, so... and maybe a floppy ear, which would be cute if you weren't coming to kill our pups. How about Willow for her? Okay. Filling out the ranks of the Cottonwood Creek wolves, so now perhaps we will recognize them a little bit better if they come back again to try to kill our pups again. Yeah, Gnat does not like them at all. Definitely her least favorite of her neighbors, by far. Not that there's a whole lot of choices, seeing as Coyote Creek is gone, but out of the two, of Geode and Cottonwood Creek, she definitely dislikes Cottonwood Creek the most. Alright, it's finally safe to come out, puppies. Silverfish, I'm so sorry that you were so scared, hon, but you really need to stay in the grass. Coming out of the grass multiple times during an attack is extremely dangerous. Alright, she doesn't seem to be taking our scolding very seriously. I am gonna have Nat go check on that carcass, see if there isn't any more food she can get off of it. Don't know if anyone's coming with her. Looks like Lacewing finally is, so interesting. Interesting that she wouldn't come with us on the hunt, but now that there's like an easy carcass here, she's willing to come with us. I don't love these coyotes. I don't really want to bite them if I don't have to, because that wastes HP that Nat doesn't really need to waste, but at the same time they're probably not going to go away until we bite them. Okay. And it's better that we bite them than that they bite us. Kind of chasing them directly toward the pups. Okay. We're getting to the part of the year where our yearlings could choose to disperse if they so wished. I wonder if any of them are going to make that choice this year, or if they're going to stay with us another year. I don't know if it would be the wisest choice for Lacewing to disperse at this time, seeing as it seems like she's gotten a little bit less hunting experience than some of the others. But who knows, maybe she's pulling away from the pack a little bit because she is preparing to disperse. We can't really know until she decides one way or another. Hi, Junebug. Aw, cutie. Okay, I don't know. I mean, we could do some territory marking. I might just bring some more food scraps back to the den. I feel like if I go out and mark some territory, I'm going to come back exhausted, and I don't really want to do that, so... I wonder how each of the pups are doing on experience. They're quite low, with Scarab having the most experience. We haven't spent a lot of time just kind of like sitting around at the rendezvous site with them and kind of observing them. So, I don't know, it's a little bit hard when we have so much to do and so few resources with which to do it, to just kind of like take some time and hang out with them. But we did see, certainly, I think Silverfish and Junebug creeping around over there and doing some hunting practice, so meanwhile Scarab's over there by himself. Hey bud, you wanna come play with everyone? Yes, he does. Nat may not have a ton of time to spend just having fun with her pups, but it's not an entirely joyless existence. She has moments here and there. I imagine that these little moments that she just kind of gets to run around with her pups make up in some ways for all of the stress that she's going through at any given moment. It's not easy when you're an ultra Ironwolf. When you're the runtiest of the runts. but she loves her puppies. I don't think she would have it any other way. Alright, let's get some more rest. Okay, everybody's down to about 60%. Again, I don't want to sleep through the entire night and risk not having food for them. Besides, we weren't super tired. I do think I'm going to go around and mark some territory today, though, because it is starting to drop below that 50%. Did we have anybody? Okay, nobody's quite moved in where Coyote Creek vacated their territory just yet. I think that we are going to head up to this 37% hex and maybe just kind of mark around here. I don't know if anyone wants to come with Nat. I'm just going to have her whine once, and whoever comes with her comes with her. Okay. Looks like Silverfish might actually be coming with us this time. Not Silverfish, I'm sorry, Lacewing. Silverfish doesn't get to come with us quite yet. She's still a pup. Okay. So Lacewing is coming along now. Maybe she just wasn't feeling well that other day and wasn't feeling up to hunting, but now that she's got some food in her, maybe she's feeling a little bit better. And I'm sure she's energized to go with her parents to reinforce this territory after the Cottonwood Creek pack just came after her little siblings. I feel like she likes watching over them and protecting them, and definitely doesn't want anything to happen to them, so maybe knowing that this is not just a hunting mission, but like a territory marking mission as well, gives her a little more incentive to come along. There is an elk herd right there, though. I would like to mark the territory first, and then we can kind of come back. How well, the pups of the year are doing okay on food. I don't think we really need to rush to hunt, so we might come back later, but the territory is a bigger priority to me right now. It's kind of interesting that this Cottonwood Creek territory up here is not as well reinforced. I guess their home hex is all the way over in this part, so that is quite a ways for them to go to mark that territory, but we might want to take a couple of those hexes if it's convenient. On second thought, those are actually quite far away from our rendezvous site. I don't know that we need those hexes. And if we do take them and then we don't maintain them, that's just kind of an invitation for Cottonwood Creek to come in and steal our territory, and that doesn't sound like a good idea, so we'll just come over and mark this instead. Oh, what's this? Perhaps a carcass that we can snack on? It does look like a bear might be on this. It's risky, but so is hunting. Oops, just bumped the microphone, so I don't know if that got picked up in the audio. There is a bear here. There's a bear here. Okay, there's still quite a bit of food on the carcass, though. I mean, at least for a bison, so I mean, if we can like antagonize it into kind of leaving for a little bit, just long enough for us to eat. Okay, it's chasing Stickbug. Alright. I am not willing to risk getting killed by a bear. At least not risk it that much. Risking it the regular amount, where you just kind of subtly eat from a carcass while your pups chase the bear off. Oh, Weevil got real hurt though. Okay. Weevil, stop it. That's enough. That is all the risk that I am willing to take. We are going to go back to the rendezvous site, and the bear can have the carcass. I think that's the most damage I've kind of seen a yearling take in one fell swoop, so to speak. Most of the time, I mean, they certainly get damaged fighting wolves, but like I was kind of saying earlier in the episode, when we're hunting, they seem to take more damage from biting prey animals than they do from, like, getting kicked by them, which is kind of weird. Weevil, I don't know if you should be helping with this hunt, given everything. Can we carry this still, or is it... Okay, no, it's too big to carry. Nevertheless, this should give everyone else some food, and then we can bring this chunk back for our pups and yearlings back at the rendezvous site. Oh, Beetle's got the glow stick! Hi, puppies! They're not really all that hungry. We kind of did just feed them before we headed out, so... I think this is the most well-fed my pups have ever been during the growing pups phase. They're just kind of like constantly able to eat, which is not something I can say for all of my saves. Gnat seems to be doing pretty well for herself on the food front and on the defending her territory and her pups front as well. She was definitely having some trouble the previous year, especially when her current yearlings were still young hunters. But everything's looking up right now. Let's get some sleep. Oh, it's becoming fall already. Okay, well, this is about as much time as I have to record today. So once I've fed the pups and made sure that those coyotes leave us alone, easy enough. I am going to be finishing off this episode for the day. Hopefully we have enough food that the pups can just be well fed when we come back to record the next episode. Okay, looks like we are good to go. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you next time on another episode of WolfQuest Anniversary Edition, Gnat's Journey, with Gnat, Stickbug, and the rest of the pack. See ya!